So first, Compleat Restorations. It's everything you think of when you think of restoration. It's the water damage. It's the fire damage. It's cleaning up sewage.
If some idiot floods their basement, hypothetically, you could jump in and help them out.
Oh my gosh, so quickly.
We will get into that later, yes.
So everything from the normal restoration, everything you think of, to trauma and crime scene cleanup. We do illegal drug cleanup. We do fentanyl cleanup. Wow. I say if you have a meth lab, I can clean that.
We'll talk later.
Yes. So everything from cleaning, mitigating, smoke odors to then full reconstruction. That is the backbone of everything that we do and everything that we've built off of so far. Then we have Compleat Environmental, which in and of itself is a differentiator because it's all in-house. A lot of companies will say that they do this work and then they'll get a third party to come in, but we do mold remediation, we do asbestos abatement, we do lead abatement, and we do duct cleaning. Wow. All of that's in-house. You can't find anybody, at least the asbestos and the duct cleaning, nobody wants to do that.
Welcome to YMI Talking, a podcast where the guests are so good, you'll wonder why the host is even talking. In each episode, you will hear one of the leaders of the Lehigh Valley's vibrant business hub. They will tell you the keys to their success, the mistakes they've made, and what they have in store for the future. Here is the host of YMI Talking, from YMI Insurance, Jimmy Honachik.
All right, that is me, Jimmy Honachik, and I am joined by Emily Ellis.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. It's Friday.
Yes.
I am looking forward to the weekend.
Me too.
I am tired after that episode with Natalie.
Me too, honestly.
She is like kinetic energy defined. Like she's just constantly moving.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know, what are the two energies? There's kinetic and there's another one. And science was
Static?
not. Okay, so I think kinetic was the right one. I think you're right.
I think so.
Look at me. I just got 100 on my science test today. But she's nonstop.
Yeah, she definitely has lots of energy there.
And I mean, you know, if you are looking for someone to lead you into new territory like Compleat was in the Lehigh Valley, you could see how she can do that. Mm-hmm. She gets into the door, she meets the people, and she just keeps going and going and going and going.
She does, yeah.
I'm probably going to take a nap, actually. Any plans for the weekend?
No.
Nice.
Relaxing.
That's nice.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm always got something going on. But this weekend, just chilling out, watching the Muhlenberg basketball game. That's it.
Who are they playing?
Washington, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go Muhlenberg. The Mules, right?
The Mules, yeah.
Yeah, let's go Muhlenberg. All right. We will jump into Natalie Dorsheimer from Compleat Restorations. This is an amazing episode. She is so much fun to just listen. All right, I am always excited for our episodes, but what I am most excited about right now is how excited our guest is. Natalie, we've known each other now probably about 2 years, and you are everywhere. You are the biggest ball of energy I have ever met in my entire life. I took a couple Ambiens before this to lower the temperature in the room, but this is going to be such a good episode, and I can't wait to dive into this.
Me too. Do you remember the first time I met you and I asked to be on this podcast 2 years ago?
And we made it happen.
And we're here.
But that's how long it takes. We are very exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously. I had to harass you.
But talk to us. Who is Natalie?
Natalie. Oh, what a loaded question
Thank you.
is. Because quite literally, I identify so strongly with what I do, and it is my passion. But there is a story that goes beyond where I got and like how I got here. So I grew up in Honeybrook, Pennsylvania. It's in Chester County.
Okay.
I went to Twin Valley. It's not too far from here.
Can I interrupt real quick? Yeah. Did you have to memorize the counties in high school at any point?
No, not really. I was like in one. Did you?
Yeah. It was really dumb, and I did, and I still don't know where any of the counties are.
See, they didn't teach me any of that. I didn't even have a geography class, so I don't know where anything in the world is. Every time I think about where another country is, I'm like, pull up the map. Where is it? Yeah. So no, I didn't do a very good job.
There's a game called Wordle.
Wordle,
and it'll show you a country, and you have to try to figure out what country it is.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Very bad at
it. I thought you were going to tell me you're the best.
Oh no. All right, back to Chester County.
Yes, so I grew up in Chester County. It's very farm-esque, if you will, small town. There's not many people going through a bunch of farms, Amish, Mennonites. So I grew up playing soccer. I played soccer from when I was 4 years old up until about I was 18.
Wow.
Yeah, I played in high school, obviously, but I grew up playing travel soccer for the Reading Rage. So I came up into Berks County from Chester, and that's how I got such a deep relationship within Berks.
Yeah.
Through that soccer experience, I was able to get recruited by collegiately at some college showcases, and I ended up going to DeSales right in Center Valley. So that's
Father
what brought me-
Jim.
I just watched the
Friend of the podcast.
episode that you had him here. That was so cool.
He is so cool.
He's the best.
I knew nothing going into it, and then I just basically sat here and absorbed everything he was saying.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
And he started actually when I went to DeSales. So I started in 2018.
So you guys are buddies at the same
we
time.
should be. Hopefully he remembers me.
Yes,
I'll email him after this. But so I went to DeSales, and my plan my whole life was to go to physical therapy school. So I majored in sport and exercise physiology.
Wow.
And I minored in psychology. So again, I wanted to go to PT school. I wanted to do something so active. I was very involved in sports. So I thought that was really my only realm. And then the last 6 months of college is when they actually let you get out there and do internships and see what's going on in the world and let you have some practice at it.
Yeah.
And I got out there, I was like, this sucks. Oh my God, this sucks. I can't do this for the rest of my life. It was okay. I was more like shadowing an outpatient. My fiance owned his own physical therapy company, so I got to see the ins and outs of that. That's actually how I met him. And he's kind of one of the people that convinced me not to pursue this career. I wanted to do more sports PT, but that's not really a thing. That's more athletic training. And you still have to go to grad school for that. And they get paid worse and they work terrible hours. I'm like, why in the world would I do that?
Yeah.
So my mom told me my whole life I have a calling in sales. And when I first, growing up, when I hear sales, I'm like, that sounds, I don't want to knock on people's doors, sell them insurance. Sorry.
Well, this podcast is over.
And we're done. Yeah. But it's always I always thought of sales as almost sleazy. I'm selling, ice to a fisherman or something like that. So it was a bit of a change that I wanted to get into sales. I started working very part-time for a hearing aid company in sales. And I say sales, I had a list of previous patients and I called them to see whether or not they had passed or if they needed a new hearing aid. So it was, but as soon as I put that on my resume, I had probably 50 different recruiters reach out to me on LinkedIn. It was 2022. My options were very big. I could go anywhere. And I ended up doing 30, 35 interviews. And my first interview I did was for a company called Herc Rentals. And if you heard of Hertz Rent-A-Car, that's the parent company. So Herc stands for Hertz Equipment Rental Corporation. So I was a sales rep for them, renting forklifts, boom lifts, jackhammers, backhoes, you name it. I didn't even know what a scissor lift was going into this job. It was really interesting, but I took it because they had a full year-long training program in sales. And I obviously didn't have any background or training in that with my collegiate experience.
Yeah.
So it was a good job. I would go out onto million square foot warehouses being built and solicit all of the contractors to rent my equipment. And I was damn good at it.
Yeah.
I was the only woman ever on these job sites, right? And I put on my steel toes, my hard hat, my safety vest, wore a pink vest every time.
Yeah.
And I would get treated like I'm either 12 or a piece of meat. So it was a bit frustrating in that industry. And Compleat was actually one of my clients. So I had done the first time I met them actually was my second week working at Herc. And we had a terrible experience working with Compleat. All of their equipment broke down. They ended up having to pay for 4 tires. So I completely ghosted them. I was like, these guys never want to talk to me ever again. Oh my God, so bad. And maybe 7 or 8 months later, I had gotten a real big push to push the flooring equipment. So floor scrubbers, scrapers, things like that. I'm like, who would use that? Maybe a restoration company trying to suck up water. I don't know. So I cold called on them, and lo and behold, they booked me for a demo down in Ephrata. I went down there to do that demo, and they were not interested in my piece of equipment at all whatsoever. They cleaned the warehouse, and then they took me out to lunch and just started interviewing me. So I'm like, how did I get here? What is going on? And I actually denied them, I think, 3 or 4 times. Sales takes a really long time. You got to build a good book of business, and that takes at least 2 years to build a solid book. And I had just hit my year mark at Herc. So I'm like, do I want to make this jump right now? And my ownership found out really what was important to me was the relationship. So you know what they did? They befriended me. They got me to trust them and inevitably trust the company. So now I sit here today. But really the biggest selling point, I really want to say this, when I was doing my quote unquote interview, I was wearing a bright pink Kirk Reynolds shirt.
Yeah.
And I said, if I come work for you guys, like I need a pink shirt. It's really non-negotiable for me. And my CEO, Steven, he says to me, I'll do you one better. I'll wrap your Bronco pink.
Wow.
So that's why I have a pink car sitting outside.
Which you love.
I love that car.
It's your favorite thing, I think,
It is
maybe.
my everything. The Barbie Mobile, it's white with pink lettering. I have pink seat covers. I think the first time I met you, actually, we went out and we took a selfie.
You were
in front
like,
of the car.
you're like, you have to see my car.
You
And I
have
was
to
like,
see it.
Yeah.
And now we have the Allentown office where I have a pink, beautiful office in there.
You do. And what I love is, all right, so you are in what is, dominantly a male profession.
Sure.
And there's two ways to go about it. I think you can either kind of try to hide that you're a woman, but clearly that's not going to work.
Yeah.
Or lean into it. And you were not shy and were comfortable leaning into that.
No, I am absolutely will use it to my advantage.
Yes.
I know I'm fun. I know I'm outgoing. I know I'm easy to talk to. And I will absolutely use every leg to stand on in a conversation where I feel uncomfortable as well. But it got to a certain point where it was too much. Like I was almost, if I got hit on or I let them down, people wouldn't even meet me yet. They would stalk me on my Facebook and stuff and then ask me out on dates. And then I would let them down and I would never hear from them again. So it is kind of walking the line almost of how can you do what you need to do and not hurt their feelings and still get business? Because I'm not out here for a boyfriend. I got a fiance for that. I'm good. I really am out here to make relationships and money. So that's at the end of the day what it is. But I lean into being a woman all the time. There are women groups that I'm very comfortable being a part of because we all lift each other up in that regard. But you gotta be careful in some aspects for sure.
I love that. And the relationships do seem to be a theme in your career, but also kind of in your role currently.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I've never seen someone who is so good at developing them so quickly. Like you came in here 2 years ago and I was like, are we best friends? Like, what happened? And I think you have a knack for doing that. Where does that come from?
Gosh, I don't even know. I think that's truly just who I am.
Yeah.
I think that I've had experiences before where I felt uncomfortable in a situation or I put myself in new situations and I have been just taken down by the people that have surrounded me and not really pushed me up and motivated me to be the better person. So if I can be that for somebody, I'm going to. And honestly, the industry that I'm in now, if you don't have a relationship with people, they're not calling you.
Yeah.
I'm coming into the Lehigh Valley, the fastest growing metropolitan in the state, at least. But there are so strong relationships that I need to get in there and I need to break. So I'm just really being myself. I want to be friends with people. I really look out for the best for everybody in that regard. And being a genuine human will get you so far than just being a sleazy salesperson. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But there is a line where like you have to be hungry too. And you could also be the hungriest person I've ever met. Like you have shared stories about getting into places because you can't develop a relationship until you've gotten in.
Absolutely.
Maybe I don't know if you're comfortable sharing any of those stories, but I've been very impressed by your go-getiveness.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yes.
Well, you can try all the tricks in the book. You can cold call in their office. You can get shut down by the gatekeeper 700 times. I can call their cell phone. I can leave 45 voicemails. But really what's worked is having a personal connection via a referral. So like if I knew you and your best friend just so happens to be the president of a huge hospital around here, hey, Jimmy, please, can I get a nice intro here? But I've definitely had some experiences of where I've gotten kicked down. Especially with healthcare. Healthcare is probably what I'm most hungry for. And I've landed a couple of partners, but some experiences, you can't get in there unless you have an opportunity. I remember I cold called on a big hospital around here and I did a lunch and learn with my prior job. So I knew where I needed to go.
Yeah.
Bad decision. Oh my God, bad decision. I got let in by a maintenance guy outside. I walk in, I'm talking to the person I need to. She starts screaming at me.
Oh my gosh.
Screaming, yelling. I'm like, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I was like, I don't know if I want to be here either. Like, can we please go?
Friends.
And then from that point, so that was probably 8 or 9 months ago. And since that point, I've been able to reconnect with that person. I've been able to meet with that person, and I've been able to get business from that person. So it is all just effort. They say it's about 6 or 7 touch points to be able to actually physically get in front of somebody that you need to get in front of. So it's work ethic. You got to keep on top of it. Otherwise, I'll be a flash in a pan. And that is probably my biggest fear.
Well, you are not a flash in the pan. You have deep, genuine relationships.
Thank you.
But going back to that work ethic and that mentality, do you think that comes from the sports side, like growing up in sports?
I was so married to sports that it was pretty much just my whole identity. I was very team oriented too. So like I grew up playing soccer and I ran track in high school and then my senior year of college. It's a totally different scenario when you're fighting for an entire team to do well than yourself. I would be running a 400-meter dash by myself and I'm like, I could just stop right now. Actually, I could. I don't need to be running. Yeah. But if I'm running a 4x4 where I'm on a relay and my teammates are relying on me, I am balls to the wall. I don't think that there's anything that would really stop me from giving my 110% there. So everything to do with sports. I love winning. I hate losing even more. I love the camaraderie within a team. I love the holding each other up, the opportunities, the collaboration. It's all just so important, but it definitely translated over to what I'm doing now. I mean, my team at Compleat, I don't do all this alone. That's for damn sure. So
talk to me about Compleat a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Finally. Compleat is honestly a little bit of everything to me. So the company in and of itself, not a new company, been around since 1978. The Ellis family are actually our founders. So we were an independent family-owned business for 45 years, and we're under new ownership as of about 3 years ago, but it's longtime project managers and construction coordinators that are now my CEO and my president. So they're fantastic. But Compleat in and of itself, starting back in 78, we started actually as a chimney cleaning company because you don't look nearly old enough for this. Back in 78, the insurance industry wasn't really, or the restoration industry wasn't really a thing. People just had water damage and kind of hoped for the best. So we're thought to be actually one of the founders in the industry, which is so cool. It's so cool. We're not the most known name over in the Lehigh Valley yet. Right. But knowing our history, and we are backed by damn near 50 years of expertise now, it's quite remarkable. But my ownership now, they continue to grow. They have such a great growth plan, and camaraderie and the team and the culture and everything that they're developing here is unlike anything I've ever seen. And it does stand us apart from our competitors. There are so many restoration companies out in the world, whether it be corporate, franchise, or independently owned as well. But we operate a little bit differently, and I'd love to explain, because within Compleat, I love to describe us as complete companies because we do so much. So first, Compleat Restorations. It's everything you think of when you think of restoration. It's the water damage. It's the fire damage. It's cleaning up sewage.
If some idiot floods their basement, hypothetically, you could jump in and help them out.
Oh my gosh, so quickly.
We will get into that later, yes.
So everything from the normal restoration, everything you think of, to trauma and crime scene cleanup. We do illegal drug cleanup. We do fentanyl cleanup. I say, if you have a meth lab, I can clean that.
We'll talk later.
Yes. So everything from cleaning, mitigating, smoke odors, to then full reconstruction. That is the backbone of everything that we do and everything that we've built off of so far. Then we have Compleat Environmental, which in and of itself is a differentiator because it's all in-house. A lot of companies will say that they do this work and then they'll get a third party to come in, but we do mold remediation, we do asbestos abatement, we do lead abatement, and we do duct cleaning. All of that's in-house. You can't find anybody, at least the asbestos or the duct cleaning, nobody wants to do that. At least that's what I've seen and come across in the industry. So that's been a really, really big point for us, because I'll have a healthcare partner. Funny enough, I had a healthcare partner that had a sewer backup in a confined space. This confined space was about 1,000 square feet, but it had dirt all the way to the top of the room. So there was about 2 foot clearance between the top of this pound of dirt and then the top of the roof there in this confined space in a hospital. And so what their piping's all through there, it started backing up. So active sewage coming out of this room with the dirt. However, their piping is also wrapped in asbestos, and some of their fireproofing was also wrapped in asbestos, and it was falling onto this dirt. So not only do you have sewage mixed with dirt, you have sewage, asbestos, and dirt mixed together.
What a combination.
And you can call any restoration company you want, but I think I'm probably the only one that would have been fit to handle that all in-house. Yeah. So it was quite an opportunity to showcase everything that we have, and especially in the environmental department. That's been a really big push for us. But actually, at the beginning of last year, we started another branch called Compleat Clean. And this is another huge selling point. It's non-disaster related, which is kind of my favorite part because it's an easier sale. But it's all floor care related. So we are doing tile and grout cleaning. We're doing a couple different methods of carpet cleaning. We're doing waxing, stripping, hardwood care. Like you name it, we are coming in and we are basically refinishing your property. So the head of that department, he's working a lot in hospitality. He's working with property management for turnovers, hospitals for me to do kitchen cleans and things of that nature. Yeah. So it takes a little bit more than 30 seconds to explain everything that Compleat does because I get a call for something new every single day and I hate saying no. So
that's where I'd like to jump in with a complete testimonial.
Please.
So someone, again, we're not sure who.
I don't know.
Flooded our basement.
Some guy.
Yes, some guy. And I called you and said, hey, would you be able to jump on a client of ours? Mm-hmm. And you said right away, who is it? And I said, it's me. And the service that we got was out of control. So first, my adjuster was very wary for whatever reason. He was like, I've not worked with Compleat because we'll talk about this. You guys are pretty new to the Lehigh Valley. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I know that they're good. And Natalie's a good person, so you should trust her. And so they went with you guys. And I cannot, was it JT who helped out?
JT, yeah, my project manager.
Always texting me, hey, we're going to come out tomorrow. Does this work for you? Like always on top of it. It was incredible. And the work is amazing. Our basement now has a beautiful plank floor.
Yeah, you got new flooring.
Yeah. And
upgrade.
And he was like, I'm going to, we have a carpet steps going up. He's like, I'm going to clean all of that because our guys were coming up and down. I was like, JT, you're the man.
The best. It was, honestly, I was off actually when you called me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like driving to my parents' house. I'm like, Jimmy, what's going on? And then so it was action time immediately. But that just speaks to they say people in restoration get excited when losses happen and like disasters. And that's not the case. I get excited because I know my team is so fantastic that they show up and exceed expectations every single time. Your adjuster asked if we were IICRC certified. Yes, sir, we are in fact a legitimate company. But even him at the end, it was a full whirlwind. He came back and he actually reached out to me saying that it was the easiest restoration company he's ever worked with. And he told all of his colleagues about it. I said, yeah. I said, can I go to lunch with you?
Yes.
It's so fun. But it's so nice to be able to show off everything that I tell you that we can do. Because you can send me to your clients all day long and I'll kick it out of the park every time. But knowing personally kind of how everything works, it's kind of a different feeling that you get, right?
Yeah. And so let's talk about that jump into the Lehigh Valley. That is a new move for Compleat.
It is, yeah.
And you are almost spearheading that, right? Like you're very crucial for this jump.
It is my baby. That office over there.
How has it been going? Just walk us through kind of that journey.
Yeah. So when they first hired me back in September of 2023, their whole plan was they knew that they wanted to come over into the Lehigh Valley. And I think it was just divine timing that they ran into me. Yeah. Because again, at that point I had lived in Orfield. So I was still very much around, and our headquarters being over in Ephrata, that's been there since the 80s. Yeah. The 80s. It's a 36,000 square foot location over there. It's our big mama. We have another location in York, and quite literally they hired me to basically run this branch. So I cover all of Berks County over to the Lehigh Valley, up to Scranton, down to King of Prussia. And our Allentown branch for the first year and a half wasn't even here. So I was driving from Bethlehem. I was pretty much going to Reading every single day, trying to solicit. If I was trying to get business in the Lehigh Valley and my company's over in Ephrata and it takes them over 2 hours to get here, I'm losing every single client. Right. So it was a very strategic play until we were ready, until we found the right place as well. So we worked with a couple of different property management companies and realtors to be able to find something that we could make our own. And we found the Allentown office. It's right behind the airport on Marcon Boulevard. It's the hub for companies on that road.
Yeah.
So we're 2 miles down the street from two of our competitors. So it's a good spot to be.
It is. I mean, you guys had a ribbon cutting and we went
Yes.
to that, and it is a
Thank
very
you for
cool
coming.
spot. Oh yeah, that was awesome.
I really appreciate. So every person that
when I
came
hear
to
that
that
there's
event,
free food and drinks, I'm gonna be there.
I know. We had the band.
Yes.
We had a little string quartet action.
Yeah.
But the office is growing. So we actually opened in April of 2025. So it hasn't even been open a full year yet. I have been soliciting a little bit longer, as you can tell, since I have met you almost 2 years ago now. So it's growing now. I have a full branch, and the people that we're taking onto my team have just the most experience. My branch manager, if you ask him, he's been doing this his whole life. If you ask him now, and him and JT have actually been like best friends for 10 years. They both were in the insurance agency and worked for other restoration companies and everything. So they get along like brothers. So as soon as they came on, my close rate is like 99%. It's absolutely remarkable that they're able to do so much and they've seen so much. So we have, and I poached all of my people from good restoration companies around here. I will say that. So nobody's safe. That's what I'm saying. I'm calling Jeremy after this. But the crew in and of itself, it's great. Allentown is already making a profit, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. So it's really, really cool to see. And even the grand opening, I was terrified that I couldn't get anybody to come. I was the only person that was in this area soliciting clients. There were
It was
almost,
a good turnout.
Yeah, there were like 85 people there,
Yep.
and they were all from me. Oh my gosh, it was so exciting that everybody came. So made me look really good. But since that point, I can only think of just how much it's grown since then. We've developed so many relationships with so many different clients across both the Lehigh Valley, Northampton County, down to King of Prussia. Like it's been a whirlwind of a ride, and we're not done.
You're not. How do you do it? Right? You are everywhere all the time. I'm thinking I've bumped into you at Phantoms games.
Yes.
I've bumped into you at the Promenade.
Yeah.
I've bumped into you like everywhere. Like you are always on the move. Talk to me about that and that energy.
Oh gosh, I'm so tired. You wouldn't think it, but I am truly the biggest homebody in the whole world.
Really?
I would love to be at home. My favorite thing is to be at home.
That actually shocks me. It
Right?
does.
Yeah. You don't think it. But then I also love meeting and talking to people. So just being able to go out into the world and get involved, that's how you're going to make your mark on the world. There's, again, so many companies in this area. If I don't put myself out there, I'm not going to get the visibility that I want, especially with the caliber of client that I want. So it's trying to figure out what actually works too. So like a couple organizations have been really, really beneficial for me. IFMA has been one. That's International Facility Managers Association. That's been a really, really big one for me. I actually sit on the board now and I'm the communications committee chair for them. So, and it's been the most beneficial group. I'm in with all of these facilities managers. They have events every month.
Yeah.
It's fun to go to.
Yeah.
There's a couple of organizations where I've been and it's not useful to me whatsoever, but more useful on a personal level. So I am on the board for the YPC, the Young Professionals Council, which has been great. I've made some really great friends. I'd probably say that that's more personal related than anything to do with my business. Yeah. Which isn't the worst thing.
No.
I'm looking to make some friends too, but it is a balance. I feel as though sometimes I get burnt out and then I get a nice job and I'm ready to go the next day. So it is balance. You have to take the wins where you can in sales. You get kicked to the curb and you have to find that one thing that gives you the beacon of hope to keep going.
But that's what keeps us coming back in sales, right?
Exactly.
Closing that deal is like the best feeling in the world.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough to close a deal in my industry. Like, I have fantastic meetings. I'll have great meetings, great touch points. And then they won't have an issue for me to help with for a while.
What does that look like for you? Like you develop the relationship, but you need something to go wrong. And there's no contract in place, right? Like
no.
they might not think of you at that moment.
At contracts and restoration, you do hear companies that go out and they have people sign these contracts internally that bind you to use them. It's non-binding. The contracts and restoration are typically on our client's end. So in healthcare, I had to fill out one of their contracts. And basically what it does is just give you our pricing structure. It guarantees that you get a response time very quickly. and things like that. But at the bottom of all these contracts, it says you don't have to use us.
Right.
So
yeah.
that's why we are very, very relationship oriented, because they could call anybody and their mother if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't build that relationship strong enough, they will.
Yeah.
Also, because 99% of our business is based on relationships. We are not a company that has the scanners and fire chases.
Mm-hmm.
I don't respond to the smoke in the air or try to solicit people that way. We find it to be a little bit immoral and preying on the vulnerable. So it is a relationship thing. So it's tough to get those higher jobs when people are kind of preying in that regard. But we pride ourselves on the relationship aspect of everything, and it's gotten us this far. And that's probably why your adjuster actually didn't know who we are, because again, in this industry, how you get work typically from insurance carriers is that you sign up to be a part of their program, whether that be, they have multiple different names, whether it be with Erie, Nationwide, Progressive, like no matter what, their corporate has a program. Yep. And what this is that restoration companies pay the insurance carrier a fee to get these direct leads. So that's why this guy's like, never worked with Compleat yet because I'm not paying for your program. So that's kind of how that works. They reroute the work to third-party adjusters, and to go through this program work, you can be very, very successful. However, they make you use lesser materials. They make you rush your timeframes. And it's not really the quality of care that I want. Yeah, right? It's like drinking the corporate Kool-Aid. That's what it is.
No, it is. The relationships speak for themselves. And that's why you guys are having the success that you are.
I think so.
Yes. All right. We're almost out of time, which is crazy. So we have two things to do.
Yeah.
The first is we are sponsored by Zcraft this season.
I love them.
They're the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elaine and Zeke are just two of my favorite human beings. And you want to get the three of you in a room, and that would be too much energy for the work.
Come on. I need more best friends.
Yes. But you go there for their delicious food, but also you get a cup of coffee, you have a sip, but sometimes in life, sip happens. And so when is a time, Natalie, that sip happened to you?
Oh my gosh. This is, oh God. Okay. See, I wish I would have gotten more prep for this, to be quite frank, because I feel like I have so many embarrassing stories. I embarrass myself every day. If I don't put myself into difficult situations, then I will not grow.
Yes.
But the only one that is coming to mind right now is the time that I ripped my pants. That's literally the only thing that's coming out.
Go on.
Please. So where was I? I was on my way to a pretty important meeting, and I park outside. I had to park in like a guest parking lot. It's cold out. Yeah. It's freezing out, and I'm wearing like my business girl clothing. Like I'm very excited for my first adult meeting. This is my previous job. And I'm walking down these stairs, and I wave to a gentleman that is right below at the bottom of the stairs. I'm waving. As I wave, slip fall. I tumble all the way to the bottom. Oh, no. Well, I get up. I'm like, oh my God, did that just happen? I collect myself. Yeah. Everybody saw me. I go into this meeting. Everything went fine. I leave this meeting. I'm walking out in the cold, and I'm like, what is this breeze I'm feeling on myself right now? Top of crack to bottom of crack. No. Not kidding. The entire thing. During the whole meeting, Jimmy. Oh my God. Yeah, your face is how my face was. I couldn't believe it.
Were you
they
down?
Haven't called me since. And I think that has something to do with it, guys.
That was the woman with the ripped clothing. No, thank you.
She's never coming back here. Ever.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, amazing, if you will.
All right. So anything that we didn't hit, anything that you want to talk about before we close this up?
I just really want to say that Compleat is new to the area, but I guarantee in 5 or 10 years, we are going to be the most well-known company in this area. And I am more than excited to see this happen and come to fruition and be here through it all and be such a driving factor in it. So all of the support means everything to me, but just keep your eye out for more Compleat.
In 5 years, we're coming back to this video, and we're going to show. Yes. Natalie's journey. Yes. Natalie, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. This was so fun.
It was so fun for us. You and Compleat are truly, we are fortunate to have you guys here. So
thank you. You're the best.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the YMI Talking podcast. If you enjoyed this and want to hear more content from amazing personalities in the Valley, please subscribe, leave a rating, and drop us a quick review.